Hello everyone, my name is Linda Villarovia, currently a third-year college student taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Values Education. And today I am going to share to you my learning summary on the ed305 subject on the videos Dr. Craig posted on his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel link is described below. You can visit and learn if you want. Now let me start on what I have learned on Chapter 2, Performance Assessment. Performance assessment is very important as it engages students in different activities or tasks that requires them to use their knowledge, skills, or talent to create something. Also, I have learned the characteristic of performance assessment. Students will be able to explain, justify, defend, and use reasoning skills, and also uses engaging ideas of importance and substance, and etc. Also, there are strengths and limitations of performance assessment. The strength of performance assessments are better suited to measure complex thinking targets, and skills are assessed directly, and students are more engaged in active learning, and etc. The limitations of performance assessments includes the reliability, the sampling, and the time to construct the task or to develop a scoring criteria. And also, I have learned how to construct performance assessment. First is to generate or identify idea for a task. Develop the task and context description, write task question or prompt. And also, scoring and evaluating performance assessment are also tackled. Example of scoring are checklist, rating scale, rubrics, and rubrics has two types, holistic and analytics. And in evaluating, it uses a rating scale and qualitative scale and many others. I have also learned about Bloom's taxonomy cognitive domain. So it has an old version and the revised version. The verbs are actually changed into active on the revised version, and it is the domain used in K-12 for program in the Philippines. So if we are going to compare the old version and the revised version, so from the old version, from the bottom is knowledge, comprehension, application, analyze, synthesis, and evaluation. While on the revised version, from the bottom we have remembering, which is equivalent to knowledge, understanding, which is equivalent to comprehension, applying, and is equivalent to application, analyzing, equivalent to analyze, and then the second highest is evaluating, and the highest is creating. As we can observe, the two second highest of the revised version and the old version is being changed. So the evaluation from the old version becomes the second highest in the revised version, and the synthesis in the old version becomes creating, and which is the highest in the revised version. It happens because it was later realized that it is not all about critiquing or judging or know the value of the product, but it is actually creating something of what the students have learned inside the classroom. Now in ed305, we have also tackled about rubrics. And I have learned that rubrics is a scoring guide used to evaluate performance, product, or project. It is used to define what is expected and what will be assessed, or how you will be evaluated according to a specific criteria. So there are two types of rubrics that is mostly used in performance assessment, and these are the holistic and analytic rubrics. So these are two different rubrics. First, we have holistic rubrics. It assesses students as a whole. Each category contains several criteria. yielding a single score that gives an overall rating. It is also useful for summative assessment. It is simple and requires a short time to create, while an analytic rubric, each criterion receives a separate score. It provides a better diagnostic information feedback, and it is also useful for formative assessment. In this rubric, the students' strengths and weaknesses are more clearly expressed. Students can connect their preparation and efforts the evaluation, but it takes longer time to create and score. Now, I have also learned about the advantages and the disadvantages of portfolio assessment. Portfolio assessment is a criterion of work products of students that shows growth over a specific period of time. Example of this are students' essay, artwork, reading logs, written assignments, and etc. Its advantages is that it combines the strengths of performance assessment with a continuous record of achievements. It also engages students in self-evaluation and reflection, and it will lead to goal setting and encourage and support critical thinking. While it also involves students in collaborative learning and can integrate assessment with learning, focus on self-improvements, and enhance students' motivation. Now, let us go to the disadvantages of the portfolio assessment. So, one of the disadvantages is the scoring because it is time-consuming, not consistent because the criteria is too general and the raters are untrained. It also needs time and resources to design, to review and score, and to get training. I have also learned about the types of assessment. So there are actually three types of assessment. First is the diagnostic assessment. It is applied before giving of instruction. It is a form of pre-assessment where teachers can evaluate students' strengths and weaknesses, knowledge, and skills before the instruction. Next is the formative assessment. It is given during the instruction. It is an ongoing process used by all students and teachers during learning and teaching, and use evidence of students' learning to improve, understand the intended learning outcome. And the last assessment is the summative assessment. It is applied after the instruction. It evaluates students' learning at the end of the instruction unit by comparing against some standards or benchmark. Example of summative assessments includes the midterm exam or the final project. We have also tackled the chapters 14, 15, and 19, and it includes assessing aptitudes versus achievement, teaching condition for aptitude developments, score stability, interest, identifying interest, projective techniques, and structured techniques. And we have also learned in chapter 15 about the grading, report cards, criterion reference grading model. There's a lot to learn actually, and I'm thankful for the lesson Dr. Craig had shared to us, and I know that these lessons will help us in our future career. So that's all my learning summary on the videos related to ed305 subject, and that's all. Thank you.